So I started thinking, what can I do to help? I'll do movie reviews for horror movies from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And I'm fairly confident that's probably going to help a lot more people than those first two. Yeah, I like helping people. Let's get into it. So when you're feeling tired or a bear looks at you wrong, grab a can of Grizzly Rage. Grizzly Rage. Go fight a fucking bear. Today we'll be taking a look at a movie called Slithis. Slithis came out on
Slithis.
Son of a bitch! Sexual harassment. Is it really though?
I made you tea! Drink your tea!
Alright, fine. Fine, I'll drink your damn tea. This is actually pretty good. Before this happens,
Boy, that escalated quickly.
it jumped up a notch. Yeah, it did. They stripped down to some pretty phenomenal Doing It music.
I love you like I do. I don't think I can explain.
Sorry. Got a little too into it there. Then they proceed to partake in some synchronized hot tubbing, the likes of which have never been seen again. And if this song sounds familiar, it's probably because it was on Now That's What I Call Music to Smash 2. Those were some CDs that were popular back in the late 90s. Some good stuff on there. Frank takes a page out of my parenting book. Tell them they're bad and they'll stop.
You're a bad girl, bad!
Well, I'm sure that won't be a problem. Hell, they'll even probably have a beer together. Yeah, just once I'd like to be right. Now, I'm sure some people are saying, 12? Isn't that kind of young to be watching a horror movie? Probably, yeah. Another taste of what the music is like in this movie. You don't see it coming, and that's what makes it so effective. And it's pretty good. I dig it. He's probably pretty happy that he died when he did, though, before he got split in two. I think this sequence is nicely done. The effects are pretty good, and the way it was shot was done well. And again, I really can't say enough good things about the cinematography in this movie. I think it's amazing, especially for a horror movie. Let's take a moment to really appreciate how awful this is. What? Alright buddy, that right there is why you're still at the orphanage. For those of you that don't speak Danish, Die Lift translates into the elevator in the haunted house that drips blood on Dracula's ghost. So there you go, a little language lesson for you. And you'd be forgiven here to think that this is a zombie flick because the way that they have the sheriff lit, he looks undead.
Hate this place. Snakes and creatures of the night making all that racket.
And what teenager talks like that? Creatures of the night? Even the dog is like, what the shit is this? I think I need to talk to my agent. And is it just me or is it extra weird that they're maintaining eye contact the whole time? What the hell is happening? But if you're eagle-eyed and think like a teen boy, which I do, here we meet Sally, played by Marilyn Burns. Man, the 70s were a great time, weren't they?
Susan's very, very special to me.
Yeah. I think she's special to all of us. Anyways, we get a love scene, and at this point, Oliver has no idea that he's a cuckold. And that's really a nice shot of the van pulling up for the hitchhiker. But I do have a theory about that later. Well, that I've changed, I've matured. You kill scores of people, and everyone wants to hold it over your head just for the rest of your life. And that doesn't seem very fair to me. I'm not the same Leatherface that I used to be. I went to school, I've lost a bunch of weight. I got a new face. Plus, I've been seeing a speech therapist. Well, that's great to hear. So does that mean you don't kill people anymore? Yep. Sure, that too.
My name is Teddy Ruxpin.
Okay. Maybe it's gonna be okay.
Can you and I be friends?
No!
Yeah, no good.
I'm sorry, what was that? And now for some fun facts. Well, that's a bit redundant. Nobody likes redundancy, right? They shot this movie in 5 weeks. Also, he had the understanding that it wouldn't be released outside of the Philippines. Wings' real name is Gerald Hauser, but he took the stage name of Wings because he was a wingback when he played high school football, which meant that they had to film all of his scenes at once, which ended up taking around 30 hours. Marjo Gortner... it's a hard name to say. Marjo Gortner, or Oliver, was known as the world's youngest ordained minister at the age of 4. Now this is a real thing. These two really did this. So, would I recommend? Hell yeah, I would. You know, it's a tough call. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible either. It's, no, it's not a good movie. Well, that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.